Alright, y'all, the Bright Side Mix Volume 14. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B Kid. I'm back again with another video for y'all. Like I said on today's video, we're gonna be talking about the Bright Side Mix Volume 14. I'm excited, let's get it. But unfortunately, I do want to start this video by just saying a rest in peace to George Floyd. I hate to start this video on a negative note, but it is very important because on behalf of myself and all of my fellow melanated people, we are tired. We can't say it more enough. And as sad as it is that we're getting so desensitized to stories like this on a recurring basis, at the end of the day, I'm glad to see stories like this being spread, even though it's so negative, because we need to continue to be educated about and be aware of what's going on in our society. And like I said, we are tired. We've had enough. We're tired. Being black should not be a reason you have to wake up in the morning, go about your day, and worried about your entire existence just because of the color of your skin. That is not a life to live. That is not how anybody should be living this life we live when they come out the womb until the day they die. That's not how anybody should be living. So we are tired. But I just wanted to say that rest in peace to George Floyd, rest in peace King, rest in power, and thank you for living a beautiful life. Thank you for those you touched, and we're sorry to see you go, and we need justice. All right, y'all, but a more positive note, let's get into this video. Let's celebrate music. Let's get into this BSM 14. For those of y'all who are new to my channel or new to this series, this is the series I do on my channel where I pretty much highlight a bunch of songs I've really been feeling and that I've had on repeat for the past couple weeks and months that I want to share with y'all. You know, as y'all know, I listen to everything, so there's gonna be mad. There's gonna be a lot of different types of genres and vibes on this thing, but I love all these songs, so I want to share them with y'all. And there are gonna be links for the playlist down in the description below, so go check them out. I have links for the playlist on Spotify and on Apple Music, so go check out the links below. Go rock out to them. It's there for you. But yeah, man, we're gonna have hits on this thing that y'all are feeling, that I'm feeling too, and some sleepers and gems hopefully I can put y'all on to. So you know, go check out the playlist. Like I said, let me know what are your favorite songs in the mix, and let me know what y'all are feeling right now too, okay? All right, y'all, but let's get into it. Coronavirus. I'll try not to say it too clearly because I don't want this video to get flagged. But shout out to iMarkkeyz and Cardi B. Shout out to Cardi B for having a whole like hit even on her off season. Like, ain't that crazy? But shout out to this song by the DJ iMarkkeyz. This beat and this song's been getting me through this pandemic. It's a way for me to celebrate the time we're in right now, not celebrate the virus itself, but celebrate the time we're in with this crazy beat. This song just gets me through. If I'm ever feeling down, I just put on the song and I'm rocking around my whole house. This beat is insane, and Cardi B's vocals on it, perfect. Words can't describe how much of a banger the Savage remix is, y'all. Go check out my reaction if you haven't already, y'all. Just seeing two of these queens, Beyoncé, Megan Thee Stallion, come together and create this banger. Two women I love over a song that I love so much. The beat is insane. The way B sung over it, the way she rapped over her verses with Megan right there on the hook, and that beat by Jay White. This song is just a moment. It's gonna be around for a long time. I love this track. I feel like it's one of the tracks I will never get tired of hearing, and it's just a whole banger. It's a whole moment. What can I say about the Savage remix? What else can I say? Like, come on, man. Say So by Doja Cat. Listen, man. This might be one of the most infectious songs I think that's come along in a long time. I feel like I just can't front about that. And as much as Doja Cat is really in hot water right now, I'm not feeling her right now, but at the end of the day, I'm not canceling her in my book because I don't feel she's genuinely innately racist. I just think she's troubled and she needs some healing. So I want to send my good vibes to her, and I want her to heal and get better because I think she's a star and I think she has so much potential, and this is just a peek into what she can do. This track is crazy. As much as y'all feeling her right now, y'all know this song is a jam, so come on. I can't front about it. It was always gonna be here. I'm gonna leave it on regardless because this song is a freaking gem, and I've been playing it out for weeks. I love this track. Rockstar by DaBaby and Roddy Ricch. Man, shout out to DaBaby for securing his biggest hit yet with a little bit of help from that boy Roddy Ricch. You know, he's that extra sauce on a lot of hits these days, and they both came up and created this banger. Shout out to them on this beat. I love the way they float over the hook. It's just a fun, infectious song that will get you hyped and make you feel good. Yeah, man, this is a new classic, man. I really like this track. It's not a crazy track, but you know, it's a big song that feels good, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Rockstar. Cool track. In Your Eyes, man. Shout out to In Your Eyes by The Weeknd. I feel like this is definitely The Weeknd's next big incoming smash. I feel like y'all sleeping on it. Shout out to Blinding Lights. Shout out to, you know, Heartless. But I really feel like this is like one of the songs that really caught my ear off this album immediately. I love this track. I feel like I said, it's gonna be his next big hit. I'm feeling it. I like the remix by Doja Cat too. It's cool, but I love the original even more. I just love the way it feels. That saxophone thing at the end of the track, the saxophone solo, just the funkiness of this track. track is so breezy. The way he just throwing that hook in your eye. Like, come on, this is a great track, man. This is a pop R&B classic. I love this track. It feels timeless, it feels big, this feels good. Break My Heart by Dua Lipa. When I tell y'all, I feel like this is an example of a perfect pop song. Like in terms of the way it's constructed, lyrics, production, vocals, melody. This is like a perfect pop song, man. When I tell you, when I first heard it and when I first saw the video, I was like, Dua, you ain't playing. Like, this is a good song. This song is a smash. It just makes you feel good, and the replay value is bananas. Come on. Hey, you best make me believe it. You best make me believe it. I know a lot of y'all ain't really feeling this track. I get it, but for me, Believe It by PARTYNEXTDOOR and Rihanna is such a fun song. It's just an infectious song that I just like. Every time I hear it, I just like it. It feels good. It has great replay value for me. I think a lot of people think it's like a mid track, and I get it, but to me, it's fun. I would have loved the video. I know we're not probably gonna get one, but yeah, I love this song. It's just a really feel good song. Like, I really feel like it takes you back to like the early 2000s summer vibes, but like in a new way with PARTYNEXTDOOR and Rihanna. And PARTYNEXTDOOR's verses were okay, but to me, the magic of the song is with the hook and the melody that Rihanna especially kills. I just like this track all around. It's a really vibey track. BS by Jhené Aiko and H.E.R. Man, when I tell you, the first time I heard this track, I knew it was a hit. It just felt so right, and I love what H.E.R. did with contributing like her own original swag, but still like kind of making it like a little bit edgy and sexy for Jhené Aiko's vibe on this album and with this track. I love that they were both flexing on this track with this like smooth flow. It's just a really fun song that is a really good like inspirational like bad bitch anthem for the ladies. But you know, it's a vibe. So I like this track. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you on your shit. And like I said, you still get the smooth vibe between Jhené Aiko and H.E.R. It's a really cool track all around. It's a hit. I love this track. Don't rush, slow touch. Why now? Make I go touch. Why roll? Busy pop. Where you go, we there go up. What can I say about Don't Rush by Young T and Bugsey? This is a song that's been running Instagram for the past couple weeks and months. I couldn't avoid this song at all. I really didn't know much about the song before it popped off, but ever since it popped off, I've been loving it. It's just, that beat is mad infectious, and like the way Young T and Bugsey flowed over this track, it's just a banger. You know, shout out to the UK rap scene. I feel like it's a scene that a lot of us Americans sleep on, but there's a lot of heat coming out of the UK rap scene. Shout out to Young T and Bugsey with this banger. Don't Rush is a bop. It's just a song that just feels like it'll never get old, and it just makes you feel good. That fun beat with the way they float over with the really like unique and quirky but interesting lyrics. It's just a really fun, cool song. Actions by John Legend. Man, John Legend's album is coming out in June, and apparently none of y'all care, but man, to me this is a hidden gem from him right now. I love this track. Actions, produced by Oak. I just love this track. It has an old school sample. I forgot the name of the song, but it's a sample of a song we all know. Oh, the next episode or whatever the next episode, whatever the sample is in that track, that's what the song samples. Such a good sample, and I love what John Legends talk about on this song in terms of like action speaking louder than words when it comes to what you do in relationships and in your life. And it's just a really like, you know, it's just a head bopper. It's a head knocker type of track that just feels good, but you still get John Legends like dope ass vocals in there. I love this track. I'm looking forward to it. That's one of the tracks off of his new album, Bigger Love, coming out next month. Please go check it out. I know none of y'all care about John Legend right now, but he's actually putting out some good music, so go check out. And this is one track that I've been loving from him lately. Also, go check out his other song, Conversations in the Dark too. That's a good track. Levitating by Dua Lipa. When I tell y'all, this is one of my favorite songs that is out in the industry right now. Dua Lipa, please make this a future single. I love this track. This track is everything, y'all. One of my favorite tracks on this Future Nostalgia album. I already talked about it in my drop episode 14. Go check out that video. I love this track. From this amazing production, from the way the melody, the way she sung over it, and then the little like breakdown with the little like slow down R&B beat in that bridge. Like, this track is everything. It feels so good. The replay value is insane. I could play this track 100 times and not get tired. This track is so good, y'all. When I tell you, like, go listen to this track. This track is so good. Levitating is a revelation. When you're with me, no judgment. We can get that from everyone else. You don't have to prove nothing. Man, No Judgment by Niall, Horan. I love this track. This is such a fun, lighthearted, breezy, summery, tropical track that just feels good with that, like, you know, summery, tropical production. Doom, dun, 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 dun. And I love what it's talking about. It's talking about, like, you know, Niall saying to his girl, like, don't care about what other people are saying about us or people saying about you. Like, let's be us. Let's be in our relationship, which is a good, you know, universal message message that we all relate to and learn from. Really good message, really fun pop song, really good big song. I feel bad that hasn't really been the big hit that I thought it would be, but it's a great song, so I want to highlight it for y'all. Great track that I feel like if you play, you'll just be like, oh, what's that? This track is a vibe. It's a really good track. Go check it out. Pussy Fairy on the Way by Jhené Aiko. Well, man, what can I say about this track? This is one of my favorite tracks off that Chilombo album. This song feels so classic. It feels like it's gonna be like a new classic type of, you know, like bedroom anthem for our generation. It's a sexy track that just feels so like 90s 2000s R&B. It feels so good with that slinky production that just makes you want to, like, you know, whine your hips and get it on with somebody special. Like, it's a great track. It feels good. It was arranged so well. It's sexy. And Jhené Aiko was really in her bag with this track, so I want to highlight it. I love this track. 2x2 by Beam. This is a track I happened to stumble upon when I saw Beam on Colors on YouTube. Such a good performance, and I checked out this track, and I checked out his whole 95 EP, and I've been rocking this track out. I love this track 2x2. Man, such a banger. This dude has a really dope mix of like hip hop but like dancehall and reggae vibes as well. His energy is crazy. This production on the song is insane. I love the beat. I love what he's talking about. It's just a really feel good song that makes you feel hard as hell. It's a hard song, but also it's such a vibey, flowy song too. So yeah, man, I've been playing this song out. I love this track. It has such good replay value. You can play it again and again. You not get tired. It just feels good as hell. So definitely go check out this track. You'll not be disappointed. 2x2. Banger. Moment by Victoria Monét. I will never forgive y'all for letting this song flop. This is one of the dopest R&B songs that came out this year so far, and y'all have ignored it. Shout out to Joe Budden for highlighting on his podcast. This track by Victoria Monét, I'm telling y'all, every time I hear this song, I just go into a zone. Like, this is one of those tracks that just takes you into a zone every time you hear it. From that beat by Niall, from her like vocal, her gentle vocal, to the way they arrange the song, like, it just takes you to a zone every single time. If you're not up on this track, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go check out this track by Victoria Monét. You will not be disappointed. This track is insane. It's bananas. Do you hear me? Go listen to it. Oh. OneFourThree by Hermitude featuring Buddy and BJ the Chicago Kid. I actually stumbled upon this song when I was listening to one of my friends' radio shows. Shout out to you, Ange Code. Go follow Ange Code on Twitter and Instagram, and she has a show on Station Head that's really dope every Tuesday and Wednesday night. Go check it out. Shout out to you, Ange Code, and shout out to everybody on that show. One person, I think it was Glassman, he played this track. I've been loving it ever since. This track is crazy. It's a nice little like fun, like, you know, dance EDM house vibe on it, with Buddy rapping, flowing crazy, and BJ the Chicago Kid singing. You know, a really dope hook. I just love like the twinkling synths on this track. It just feels good. It feels so upbeat. It feels light. It makes you feel good. It's really fun song that is just really bright, and this has such a good, like, it has such a good beat on it. I don't know what it is. This track just makes you feel really good. So definitely go check it out. I don't really know much about Hermitude, but this track is definitely insane. So I want to see what else they have on the horizon, because I like their sound. It's dope, and the album is pretty dope too. Too Nice by Mahalia. When I tell y'all this is a hit, y'all, this is an R&B hit. From this dope ass beat to the way Mahalia like constructed this really good hook. This song feels like an early 2000s banger, but you know, in today's age. I love what Mahalia did on this track. I like what she's talking about. I can relate to, you know, she's talking about a guy who's like too nice, and he's not like putting enough energy into trying to get at you, even though like you throwing signs at him. So she's like, you know, you're being too nice, boy, come get at me. And I like that. I don't feel like you have a lot of girls really saying stuff like that on track. So I love the way she did it, the way she arranged it. The beat is crazy. All around, it's a really cool fly track. Somewhere in the middle, doom 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 doom. Hi. Pretty Please by Dua Lipa. This track is so funky, it's so fresh, it feels good. One of my other favorites off of the Future Nostalgia album. I love Pretty Please. This one feels like one of like the more like R&B tracks on the album, but I love the way she did it. It feels good. This track feels classic. It feels so simple but timeless. You can play it again and again, you won't be tired. It's just a really good feel good song that's just such a fun, you know, light, good pop song. So definitely go check it out. You won't be disappointed. The track is crazy. Chocolate by Kiana Lede and Ari Lennox. Even though I was a little bit disappointed by the Kiki album, like I said in my drop episode 14, this is definitely one of the instant standouts to me off of that album. I love this track, Chocolate. I love what Kiana Lede and Ari Lennox did on it, especially Ari Lennox. I feel like Ari Lennox's voice fit this song like a glove. Her voice soared over this track, but even Kiana Lede too. They both did their thing on this really sexy, cute R&B jam that just it feels so like simple, like how R&B used to be back in the days, like a really simple hook, simple verses, but it just feels so good. It's a song that kind of like wraps you up. It just feels good with that, like, you know, that funky, soulful beat, and I love the way they both like float over it. It's a really good track all around. You'll love it. Pedialyte by JoJo, one of my instant favorites off of her new album Good to Know. I love the production by Lido. I like with the chime sound in the song, and this is pretty much an anthem and a dedication to those drunken nights where you wake up the next morning being like, what the did I did and why am I so stupid, I'm never gonna drink again. We've all had those nights, some more than others, but this is a track really dedicated to that feeling and to that vibe, and it's a really good track all around. I love the way she arranged the lyrics. The lyrics were so on point. I love the way it was like a really slow track that kind of like brought you in and really like it was really like vibey track that really put you in the zone. But it's a really cool track that it's just a really like low-key banger. So yeah, I love this track by JoJo, so I definitely want to highlight it for y'all. One Way Street by Jhené Aiko and Ab-Soul. This is the last track I want to highlight for y'all off of the Chilombo album. One of my instant highlights off of that album. This track caught my ear immediately and was one of my instant favorites. I love what Ab-Soul did on it. His verse was crazy, and I love the way Jhené just snapped over this song and like flowed over it. And I love what she's talking about, pretty much being someone that is always kind of going against the grain. And this track is dedicated to that movement of like going the wrong way on a one-way street. And I love what this track is talking about. I can relate to being like a loner and kind of just, you know, going to beat my own drum. So I love it that this track is talking about that whole feeling and just and being okay in that feeling. And the production is so dope too. It's such a vibey, dark track, but it just feels good. It's a really dope track. And that production at the end, the way they broke it down with her little high note at the end, such a vibe. On and On by Fleur East. So this is an artist that not a lot of people really know about in America. Understandably so, she's a UK based artist who has success in the UK, but I love her and she's really dope. And she released a new album this year called Fearless, and this is one of the gems to me off of that album. I love this track, On and On. Mine and my money and my money and my mind. Great track. I love the production by Ozone, and this song is just fun. It feels good. It's a bright record that is about like, you know, just moving forward and keep it going in life, and to never give up and just keep going on and keep it pushing. Like so yeah, it's a really good feel good song. It makes you feel good. The production is insane. I love the way she arranged it and the way she flowed over it. Really fun, really good, lighthearted song that just makes you feel good. So definitely go check it out. You'll love it. High Fashion by Roddy, Ricch, and DJ Mustard. Man, that boy Roddy Ricch, this boy's a hit maker, man. High fashion, like Goya, G-Wagon, all the Rover. So I've always loved this track since it came out on the album back in December, but for some reason as of recently I've really been playing it a lot. I just love this track. It's such a smooth, like soulful, late night, like banger that's just about, like, you know, high fashion, you know, living the high life, and Roddy Ricch is really getting his shit off on this smooth banger. And shout out to that production by DJ Mustard. He killed it. DJ Mustard and Roddy Ricch work so well together. They need to keep making hits together. They work so well together, and this track is one of those tracks that feels like it'll still feel good as hell like 10-20 plus years from now. This track just feels timeless. It feels good. It's classic. It just feels like real hip-hop, like, but in a smooth, fly way, you know what I'm saying? This track is crazy. Definitely go check it out if you haven't heard it already. Where you at? Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. So this track has been out since November, but I've really been feeling it as of lately. I was slow to really liking this track. When I first heard it, I was like, it's alright, but I really grew into liking this track a lot. And this track has been everywhere, so I've really been appreciating it. Really fun track by The Weeknd. It feels classic. It feels good. This track feels like it'll be one of his biggest, like his signature hits, you know, for a good reason. It's a really good track all around. Really produced well, sung well. I love the video. Yeah, all around, it's just a really good track. I've been feeling it a lot lately, so definitely have to put it on the mix for y'all. Good track. Just a little bonus for y'all, the Snake Hips remix to Say So by Doja Cat. I hate to bring her up again, but I love this remix to this track. Snake Hips always comes up with great remixes. They are great producers. I always love the remixes, and they killed the Say So remix by Doja Cat. They killed it. Sometimes I think it's even better than the original Say So track, but this remix is crazy, so I had to highlight it for y'all. I feel like the way like it just bounces, it feels so good. It has like a house feel to it. It just feels good. This remix is insane, so I definitely want you to go check it out. Shout out to the Snake Hips. Y'all killed this remix. Y'all killed it. Stay the Night by Mariah Carey. So this is the throwback for y'all on this mix. I always like to have at least one throwback, so this is the throwback for this one. Shout out to this track, man. This track is bananas. Can y'all believe that I actually never really knew about this track up until now? And I've always been very familiar with the Emancipation of Mimi album, but this is I actually recently got hip to the song, and I'm so mad because this track is crazy. Shout out to Kanye West on this beat. He produced this track. This track is bananas. The vocals on this track, Mariah Carey killed the vocals, especially at the end. She hit some crazy notes. The way she sung over the track is insane, with the funky, soulful production that just feels so good. This track is classic Kanye, classic Mariah Carey. Feels so good. It's just a banana track. Go here if you haven't already. This track is crazy. Plastic Plants by Mahalia. Another track by Mahalia that I wanted to highlight for y'all. I love this track. To me, this is like another hit off of her Isolation Tapes EP that recently came out. I love this track. This is a track where she's talking about, you know, a person she was with that, you know, things ended up going south, ended up going sour, and she realized that everything was fake and it wasn't ever real. And we all can relate to being in situations like that. And I love the way she wrote this out in the form of like talk about you know, the dude she was with being a plastic plant, you know, when she thought she was getting real shit. So a really cool creative track. I love the way she wrote it. The production is so smooth and breezy and really not funky, but really smooth. It feels like a classic R&B track. It's a hit to me. I know it's not gonna go anywhere, but I love the track. It's a hit, so I definitely want to highlight for y'all. I love this track. Think About You by JoJo. So this is the last song in the mix. Another JoJo song that I want to highlight for y'all. One of my other favorite tracks off of the Good to Know album. I love this track. Every time I hear it, it takes me into a zone instantly. As soon as I hear that piano doom doom at the beginning, I'm like, oh yeah. Like, this track is a really cool, smooth, late night feel good R&B jam that we can all relate to, about just having that one person that you always think about, even when you're dating or, you know, messing, hooking up with new people. Like, you still think about that one person because there was such a vibe and connection there. You can't get them out your head, even though things didn't work out. We all can relate to that. It's such a relatable song with such good lyrics, and I love the way she arranged the vocals on this track. The vocals are insane. It's such a smooth, late night, breezy, feel good track that you could just hear again and again and not be tired. So definitely want to end it off on this really chill, vibey note for this mix. Shout out to JoJo. Shout out to the Good to Know album and this really amazing track that a lot of people were sleeping on. One of my instant favorites off that album. I love this track, so go check it out. Alright, y'all, so that was the Bright Side Mix Volume 14. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what was your favorite track in the mix. Let me know if I put you on to anything new. I hope I did. That's the point of this. Let me know if I put you on to anything new. And also comment down below what y'all are feeling right now. You know, put me on to something new. I want to know what y'all been rocking to as well, okay? Appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe as well, okay? Appreciate y'all. Alright, y'all, man, but like I said, as a reminder, there are links for the playlists down in the description on Spotify and on Apple Music, so go rock out to the playlist, go enjoy them. They're there for you. But in the meantime, guys, I'll see y'all on the next Bright Side Mix for Bright Side Mix Volume 15. But in the meantime, y'all, thanks for watching this one. I appreciate it. Like I always say, guys, live your best life, drink more water, stay woke, and if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite songs and make you feel better, okay? Or go listen to one of these songs. It'll get you hype, it'll get you lit, okay? Especially during quarantine, these songs will get you right, okay? These songs will get you right. Alright, y'all, but I'm about to be out. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. This has been your boy Bright, the R&B kid. But for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all. Peace.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, 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 no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no, no, no. Relax just a little bit. You don't gotta worry, you can just